Hello, welcome back. My name's Sean. Today our practice is going to be focused on the root chakra or Muladhara. So Muladhara is said to be located at the coccygeal plexus, really at the base of our spine or tailbone. It's associated with the perineum, the legs, and the feet, so really the lower half of the body. Its function, when it's in balance, is thought to provide a sense of safety, of security, and of stability. The element that the root chakra, Muladhara, is associated with is the earth element. So it's this idea of being very grounded and rooted. So to get started with class, I'd actually like us to start in Baddha Konasana or in butterfly position. You can create a kind of diamond shape with your legs, a square shape, and then peel your feet back like opening a book. You can even point your feet a little bit. You may notice there's a spot underneath the kind of mounds of your foot that caves in a little bit, typically between about the first and second toe, second and third toe. I want you to place your thumbs there and just apply a little bit of gentle pressure. And rooting down into your pelvis, grow a little bit taller. You can close your eyes here. Start to lengthen your breath. Where our thumbs are pressing into our feet is kidney 1. Kidney 1 is an acupressure point that is said to bring about flow and balance and to release fear. So as you inhale, press a little bit firmer with the thumbs. And then exhale, release the pressure, release the breath. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pressing into your feet. Exhale, releasing. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Let it all go. Let your breath remain in a state of attention. Maybe bring to mind an intention. An affirmation for the root chakra is, I have the right to be here. Choose one that resonates with you today. When you have that intention to mind, I'll invite you to open your eyes. We're going to shift into tabletop position, hands underneath elbows and shoulders, knees underneath hips. We'll go through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your lower belly, look up. Exhale, raise the back of the body to the sky. Inhale, drop the front of the body, lifting the hips and the head. Exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head and the tail. Go through this a few more times in your own breath. Finding any sort of organic movement that works for you. And on your next inhale, come back to neutral position. Exhale, widen your knees, sit back into child's pose. We'll stay here for a count of 5. 1, remaining connected to your breath. 2, feeling the earth beneath you, providing you support. 3, 4, and 5. On your inhale, come back to tabletop, tuck your toes, exhale into downward dog. In downward dog, you can pedal out your feet, taking a moment to balance between your hands and your feet, your right and left sides, 4 corners of the mat. At the end of your exhale, you'll look up. Inhale, make your way to the top of the mat, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms to the sky, look up. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samasthiti. We'll move through a few rounds of Surya Namaskara A or Sun Salutation A. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look halfway. Exhale, plant your palms. First time, let's just go into tabletop position. We'll exhale, knees, chest, chin. We'll move through a few rounds of Cobra. Hands next to the rib cage. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forehead back to the ground. Wrapping your shoulders behind you. Inhale, strengthening the spine. Exhale, release. One more time. We'll inhale into Cobra. Maybe we push a little bit more to our hands. Maybe we release our hands. Exhale, release. This time you'll inhale into tabletop. Exhale back into child's pose. We'll stay here for another count of 5. 1. Establishing this relationship between the points of contact of our body with the surface of the earth. 2. 3, allowing ourselves to be supported by the earth. 4, and 5. Inhale back into tabletop. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward dog. And just stay here for a breath or 2. At the end of your exhale, look up. Inhale, make your way to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Again, inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk back down to low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. One. Call into mind that point of kidney 1 at the base of our feet. 2. Can we center our weight between the 2 feet on kidney 1. 3, finding balance between the inside and outside of our feet. 4, and 5. Inhale, make your way to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Sun A one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. One, engaging that ujjayi breathing. 2, ujjayi breathing is made by a slight constriction in the back of the throat, creating the sounds of an ocean wave. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, make your way to the top of the mat, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Move to Surya Namaskara B, Sun B. We'll go into a squatting position. Inhale, our arms up, Uttakasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Rotate our left foot in, step our right foot forward. Inhale all the way up to warrior 1. Exhale, fold back to the earth. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Rotating our right foot in, stepping our left foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, release it all back to the earth, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 1. Engaging the bandhas here, so lifting the pelvic floor, creating a little bit more length in the spine. 2. 3. Engaged at the navel, eyes towards the navel. 4. 5. Inhale, look up. Make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rise, Samasthiti. Sun B one more time. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, plant your palms flat, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Turn your left foot in, step your right foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, Release back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Turn the right foot in, step the left foot forward. Inhale. To warrior one, look up. Exhale, plant your palms flat, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. It's normal to feel quite warm at this point. Keeping your breathing deep and steady, calm. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, look up, make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your hips, bend your knees. Inhale, chair. Exhale, Samasthiti. On an inhale, we'll separate our feet about hip width distance apart. Exhale, hands on the waist. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. You can grab peace fingers to the big toes. If you can't reach your toes, you're always welcome to bend your knees, or you can place your hands on your shins. 1, dropping your head, lengthening the crown of the head towards the earth. 2, feeling very grounded and rooted through your feet. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, place your hands to your waist, look up halfway. Exhale, stay. Inhale, rise all the way back to Samasthiti, feet back together. Inhale, take your right foot, step it out to the back of the mat. We're going to rotate our right toes to the back of the mat. Arms out to the side. We'll inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lower. Hands can either go, once again, peace fingers to the big toes or to the shins for triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Left arm to the sky, eyes towards that left hand. 1, 2. Sometimes there's a tendency in this pose to really spread the energy out through the mat, but I want us to think about bringing the energy in through our feet. So what can we do to bring the right foot a little bit closer to the left foot closer to the right foot without really moving them? Call that 4, 5. Inhale, reach back up. Rotating our feet to the other side, left toes to the front of the mat. Before we lower, bringing back that idea of what can we do to squeeze our legs in. Our kidney meridian runs to the inside of our thighs and then up through our front body, making us grow tall. Inhale forward, then exhale, lower. See how that changes sensation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise. Exhale, feet back to the top of the mat. Return to Samasthiti. Inhale, once again, we'll step that right foot out to the back of the mat. This time a little bit of a wider stance. Toes face the back of the mat. We'll bend deeply into that right knee. Shift your elbow to that right thigh bone. Lift your left arm up to the sky for extended side angle. 1. Once again, what can we do to really draw energy from the earth, energizing our legs, and then reaching out? 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, rise back up. Rotate your feet, left toes to the top of the mat, bending deeply into that left knee, energizing the legs upwards, then lowering down, reaching that right arm overhead. Utthita Parsvottanasana. 1. 2. 3. When we engage with the inner legs, we engage that Mula Bandha, that root lock. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, rise. Exhale, return, Samasthiti. Again, we'll step that right foot out on an inhale, from middle distance, arms out to the side. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold for wide-legged forward fold, hands flat on the ground. You can always bend your knees if that's more accessible. Dropping your head, energetically taking the crown of your head towards the earth. 1. 2. And you squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, rise all the way up. This time we'll take our hands, we'll clasp them behind our back, drawing the shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Knuckles to the sky. Once again, energetically dropping the crown of the head towards the earth. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Release your hands. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, back to Samasthiti. One more time. We'll inhale that right leg out to the side. This time a much shorter stance, rotating the right toes to the back of the mat. You're going to take reverse prayer position behind your back, where you can press your fists together. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold over that right leg. 1, 2, 3, feeling the stretch on the back side of the legs this time. 4, and 5. Inhale, rise all the way up. Rotate your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold over the left leg. 1. Can we stay connected to our breath? 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, look up. Rise up. Exhale, return to Samasthiti, top of the mat. So from Samasthiti, we're going to shift our weight more into our left leg. You can place your hands on your hip for now. Really trying to root down into that left leg. Start to lift the heel of the right foot up, then the toes. We'll bring that left knee all the way up. You can grasp the front of the knee with your hands. Remain flexed in that right foot. Hip center. 1. 2. Keeping your eyes steady, a drishti out in front of you. 3. 4. Remaining energized in that left leg. 5. Taking your left hand, placing it on your hips, drawing the right knee out to the side with that right hand, and maybe you start to look over your left shoulder. Keeping that right foot flexed, the leg engaged. 1. 2. Starting at that foot that's grounded, that left foot, how can we grow our tree a little bit taller? 3. Thinking about that axial extension from our tailbone all the way through the crown of our head. 4. And 5. Eyes turn back to center, leg comes back to center. Inhale, squeeze that leg in a little bit closer. Exhale, keep your leg up but release your hands. 1, you can remain here, or you can play with extending that leg forward. 2, taking a strong, confident step into your future. 3, 4, reminding yourself that you have the right to be here. 5, release that leg. Come back, Samasthiti. Let's really take a moment to ground, to center, to take a moment of observation and awareness, maybe the difference between the two sides. What we do to one side, we do the other, so you know what's coming. Start to shift that weight to the right foot. Maybe you lift the left heel off the ground. Eventually toes come off the ground. Knee comes in towards the chest. And hold on to that knee with your hands in front. Maybe you change the cross of your knuckles. 1. 2. Really remaining energized in both of your feet. Only the right foot that's grounding and rooting to the earth, but keeping the left foot flexed and engaged as well. 3. 4. 5. Keeping that knee flexed, take your right hand, place it on your hip, start to move that leg off to the side, looking over your right shoulder, keeping your gaze fixed. 1. Keeping your breath long and steady. 2. 3. 4. The kidney line goes all the way up to the front of our body, so remaining engaged in our core. And 5. Bringing that leg back to center, eyes back to center. Squeeze that left knee a little bit higher. Exhale. Keep your knee flexed, hands relaxed to the waist. 1. Maybe your leg stays bent. Maybe it starts to straighten. 2. 3. It's okay to shake, to wobble, to fall. 4. It's all part of the practice. And 5. Relax, release, come back to Samasthiti, feet together, palms out. Just take a moment to ground, to feel the strength, the power in your legs. We'll start to make our way down to our seated postures. We'll go through a sun salutation to get there. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, make your way to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You can either jump through sitting, or you can inhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat, cross your ankles, come into a squatting position. Move your hands behind you, make sure your hands are flat. Lift, strengthen your legs, and lower. We'll start in Dandasana or staff pose, really taking a moment to ground and to root. And same idea as Samasthiti, we're energizing our feet, bringing that energy from the lower body, allowing our upper body to rise, to grow a little taller. 2. 3. 4. And 5. On an inhale, peace fingers to the big toes. If you need to, you always can bend your knees. Exhale, fold. If your knees are bent, maybe over time, inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter, they start to straighten. Giving yourself compassion, patience, meeting yourself where you're at. 2. Eventually settling into stillness. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, cross your ankles, Lift up. Exhale, relax. Roll over the top of your feet, the tabletop position, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. We'll jump through again. So inhale your feet to the top of the mat, cross your ankles, move your hands back behind you, lift, lengthen, and lower. We'll take our right knee, we'll bend it so that our feet's pressing into our thigh. So thinking about that kidney one position in alignment with our kidney line on the other leg. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, fold over that left foot. 1, 2. On top of the kidneys sits the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands is the gland that's associated with Muladhara, or the root chakra. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Cross your ankles. Inhale, press into your hands, lift up. Exhale, lower. We'll move straight to the other side. So this time, left foot presses into the right thigh. See what you can do for isometric stretching. So pressing that left foot in while at the same time pressing that thigh bone against that foot. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, fold over the right foot. Right leg. 1, 2. Adrenals are thought to be part of the fight or flight system. It's what keeps us safe. If we're being chased by a tiger, it's telling us to run. 3, 4. Practicing yoga, deep breathing helps us to regulate that adrenal response, that sympathetic response. 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Cross your ankles. Inhale, press into your palms, lift up. Exhale, lower. Mudra Vinyasa, rolling over your feet. Exhaling into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We'll jump through. Inhale, feet to the top of the mat, to the squat. Move your hands back, lift, lengthen, and lower. We'll take our right foot and place it flat on the mat so the knees bent, left leg stays long. We'll take our left hand, place it actually off the mat. Taking our right hand, we'll reach towards the left foot for Marichyasana A. Remembering that Marichyasana A is first and foremost a forward fold. 1, 2. That right hip is probably going to lift off the ground. That's okay. 3. If and only if you can keep your breath steady, it's okay to go for the bind if you know it. 4. 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Cross your ankles, press into your hands, lift. Exhale, lower. We'll go straight to the other side. Right leg extends long. Left foot plants, left knee to the sky. Taking our right hand off the mat, reaching our left hand towards the right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 1, 2. Staying engaged in the legs. You can go for the bind if that's comfortable for you. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Cross your ankles, plant your palms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We'll move through a vinyasa, rolling over your feet. Exhaling to chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We'll work our way back through our hands. Inhale, crossing our ankles, moving our hands back. Lift, lengthen, and lower. We're going to move into a variation of Marichyasana D. So we're going to take our left foot, place it next to our right hip bone, and then we're going to take our right foot and cross it over the left knee. With our left hand, we're going to wrap around that right knee, placing our right hand behind us, looking over our right shoulder for a seated twist. 1. 2. Remaining grounded in our lower body so that we can really think about lifting, extending through our upper body. 3. Thinking tall like a giraffe, not necessarily how far can we twist like an owl. 4. 5. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Cross your ankles, plant your palms, lift. Exhale, lower. We'll do the same thing, other side. So right foot next to the left hip. We'll cross the left foot over the right knee. Taking your right arm, wrapping, hugging our left knee closer to us. Left palm behind us, looking over the left shoulder. 1. 2. I emphasize the importance of lifting through the upper body because that allows space for our lungs. 3. Allows space for the diaphragm to expand and contract. 4. And 5. Exhale, back to center. Cross your ankles, plant your palms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We'll move through a vinyasa. Cross your ankles, lengthen back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Again, we'll work our way through our hands, inhaling to the top of the mat. Move your hands behind your hips. Lift, lengthen, and lower. We're going to move into Navasana or boat pose. So to get into boat pose, you can place your hands slightly behind your hips and then lift your feet. This is a great place to stay. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you can lift your arms off the ground. You can even straighten your legs. 1. 2. Keeping the integrity in the spine, core engaged. 3. While keeping the breath slow and steady like the ocean waves. 4. And 5. Exhale, cross your ankles, plant your palms, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, straight back into Navasana, boat pose. 1. 2. It helps to smile. 3. 4. 5. Exhale, release, cross your ankles. Inhale, plant your palms, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, Navasana for a count of 5. 1. 2. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, cross your ankles. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Move through a vinyasa again, rolling over your feet. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, cobra. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Inhale, look up. Move your feet to the top of the mat. Hands back behind you. Lift, lower. We'll come back into that Baddha Konasana or butterfly position. So feet pressing into each other to begin with. Really thinking about the soles of the feet. How can we engage our inner thighs or inner legs together? And then maybe you place your hands on the soles of your feet and then opening your feet up like a book. May provide a little bit more space. For now, we'll keep our tailbone grounded, lifting through our spine, out through the crown of our head. 1. 2. 3. Maybe you massage kidney 1 a little bit. 4. And 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, this time you can fold over your feet as deeply as comfortable for you. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, look up, rise up. Exhale, cross your ankles, press into the palms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time through a vinyasa, roll through the top of your feet. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We'll jump through one last time. Inhale, feet to the top of the mat. Move your hands behind you. Lift, lengthen, lower. We're going to move all the way to our back. So rolling one vertebrae at a time, keeping our knees up, feet planted. We'll take a moment in constructive rest. Big inhale. Exhale. Letting it all go. Taking a moment to check in. Place your palms beside you. Thinking about rooting your feet to the earth. Energizing your feet as you press into your feet. Your tailbone may naturally want to start to tuck and to lift. We'll come into bridge pose. 1. 2. 3. We're really engaged in our legs, squeezing our glutes. 4. 5. Exhale, release. Take a moment. Again, we'll press into our feet. Then inhale, lift our hips to the sky. Maybe this time you clasp your hands behind you, tucking your shoulder blades in a little bit more, and a little bit more height. 1, 2, drawing that energy up through the base of our feet, squeezing the inner thighs together. 3, engaged in the glutes. 4, and 5. Exhale, release. Take a moment. We'll do that one more time. If you know for a full wheel, you're welcome to go there. Otherwise, once again, pressing into your feet, lifting your hips off the ground. Maybe this time you bend your elbows, placing your hands beneath your low back, supporting your kidneys, your adrenals. 1. Not collapsing here, still remaining engaged in those inner thighs and glutes. 2. 3. Making sure we're not cutting off the energy at the shoulders or the neck. We can breathe freely. 4. And 5. Exhale, let it all go. Maybe we take our feet the width of our mat, letting our knees touch together in constructed rest. Inhale, bring your knees to your chest, give yourself a big hug. You can rock or roll across the course of your spine. This is a great way to massage the kidneys and adrenals. Live on our back body. Inhale, come up to a seated position. We're going to strengthen our legs. Back to Paschimottanasana. Seated forward fold. Inhale, reach your hands to your feet. Maybe you're in a little bit deeper of a position than you were the first time we entered this pose into class. Exhale, release. 1. 2. We'll start to hold these asanas for a few more counts. 3. As we start to cool down the body, entering into the finishing sequence. 4. 5. We'll go to a count of 8. 6. 7. 8. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. We're going to roll back to our back again. Releasing one vertebrae at a time. You can hold on to the back of your thighs. Either hands out beside you, or if you like a little bit of a lift, you can place your hands beneath your sacrum. Feet are going to make its way to the sky for legs at the wall. And remain engaged in your feet. Once again, this is Samasthiti, like legs, engaged in the feet. Long line of energy through the legs, reversing that flow of energy. Go at 2, 3, 4, 5, going to 8. 6. Noticing any shifts in your body and your mind. 7, 8. Take your hands out from underneath you if they're there. You can bend your knees, hug your knees into your chest. Taking a moment, rolling maybe side to side or up and back your spine. Releasing the low back, the kidneys, the adrenals. We'll start to rock and roll up the back of our spine, coming to a seated position. You can have your legs crossed in easy pose or in lotus. Feeling very grounded and rooted in our base. We're going to wrap our arms behind us, grabbing opposite elbows. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold over your legs. These last 3 postures help us to seal our practice. I like to think of this one as planting that seed, that intention from the start of the class into the rest of my day, into the rest of my life. Reminding myself that I have the right to be here. Inhale, come back up. Release your arms. Place thumb and forefinger together into Gyan Mudra, placing them on your knees, on your thighs. Keeping our breath long, calm, and deep. Taking note of any shifts of energy that may have happened from the start of class towards the end of class. Taking your palms, placing them beside your hips. If you're in easy pose, it may be difficult to lift up fully. If you're in lotus, makes it a little bit easier, but pressing into your palms, once again, energetically lifting. Maybe hips come off 1/2 inch off the ground. Pulling energy from the earth. Engaging the bandhas, lifting the pelvic floor. Engaged at the navel, slight tuck of the chin. Exhale, release, and we'll release all the way back into Shavasana. Palms up or down, Palms facing down, maybe a little bit more grounding. Palms facing up. We're open, receptive. Taking a moment just to allow your bones to melt into the earth. Allowing the muscles around the bones to relax. The kidneys are an important part of vitamin D synthesis, which is in charge of strengthening our bones. Bones being the most solid part of our body, the most earthy part of our body. So allowing the bones to release into the earth. Muladhara, the root chakra, is associated with the color red. So thinking about a red light starting at the tips of your toes, moving into your feet, ankles, up through the tibia and fibula of the lower leg, the kneecap, the femur, the upper thighs, that red light coming into the bowl of the pelvis, starting at the coccyx, making its way through the sacrum, the low back, the mid back, the upper back. Feeling that red light, the palms of your hands, your fingertips, up through the wrists, to the radius and ulna, to the elbows, the upper arms and humerus, to your shoulders, your shoulder blade, your clavicles, up to your neck and cervical spine, filling the space of the skull. Feeling that radiant red light throughout the entirety of your body. You are welcome to stay in Savasana for as long as it serves you. When you're ready, making your way slowly back to a seated position, taking your time. The light in me honors the light within you. Namaste.